Every morning, as the sun touched the leaves of the temple, two old monks walked down the path that led to the river and began to whistle. They never spoke. They didn't preach. They didn't teach. They simply whistled. A slow, gentle sound, like a breath that had forgotten the weight of the world. At first, people in the village thought they were mad. They watched from behind doors, whispering and laughing. "Look at them," they said. "Two old fools wasting time with the wind." But as days passed, something strange began to happen. Every time the two walked through the streets, animals calmed down, children stopped crying, and even the angriest merchants lowered their voices. It was as if their whistle carried a peace that no one could explain. A young disciple named Li Wen grew curious. He had studied the words of great masters, chased wisdom through books and prayers. But that sound, that simple whistle, disturbed him. How can they be so happy, he wondered, without saying a single word? One morning, he followed them. He hid behind a tree and watched. The two sat by the riverbank. One of them blew softly, a melody so faint it almost disappeared in the breeze. The other answered with a higher tone, as if talking to the wind itself. Li Wen waited for hours. Finally, he stepped out and asked, "Masters, please, tell me what you're doing. What does this mean? Aren't you looking for the truth?" The oldest monk smiled. "Once we were," he said, "and every day we lost it by chasing it." The younger monk laughed gently. "One day, the wind took our words away. Since then, the silence has been laughing at us." Then they both began to whistle again. Li Wen didn't understand, and he walked back to the temple, confused and a little angry. Seasons passed. Years turned quietly like pages of an unseen book. The village changed, the faces changed, but the two old monks kept whistling. Until one cold winter morning, the whistle became only one. One of the monks had passed away. The entire village gathered for the ceremony. Everyone expected tears, prayers, silence. But when the fire rose and the air shimmered with heat, the remaining old monk did something unexpected. He stood, looked at the flames, brought his fingers to his lips, and whistled. A long, sweet sound, full of life. And suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the valley. The fire danced higher, and for a single, impossible moment, everyone swore they heard a second melody answering from somewhere among the trees. The old monk smiled. "He's learned to whistle beyond the breath," he whispered. Then he closed his eyes and kept whistling until the sun disappeared behind the mountain. Years later, Li Wen returned, now an old man himself. He walked to the same riverbank where the two monks once sat. The wind was soft, the water clear, and without thinking, he began to whistle. At first, the sound trembled, but then it flowed, pure, effortless, alive. And in that moment, Li Wen understood. There was never a secret, never a hidden lesson, only the simple, disarming act of being here, breathing, letting life move through you without resisting it. Like a whistle in the wind. Peace isn't found in answers. It lives in the soft sound of what you accept without understanding. And in that sound, life whistles and laughs with you.